Mm, Okay, I'm back, y'all, in Divine and Grateful Risings. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the spirituality. Welcome to the message. Y'all know we over here serving spirit and glam with a touch of beauty, fashion, and faith. Okay, if you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. And if you was an OG clarity hanger outer person, I love y'all in real life, y'all. Like the live, share the love, turn your notifications on, subscribe to the channel so you're notified anytime I go live or post a video. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Y'all, I think I know what this message. Let me make sure, cause yeah, y'all has said it. Okay. Spirit them said, hey y'all. I can tell I know what we're gonna be talking about. I know what we're gonna talk about on a couple messages today. I'm recording a little bit late. It's 12, well, it's 12 o'clock my time, but I know what this first message is gonna be about. But I'll tell you that after we do our Bible clarity, we're in the book of Song of Songs, y'all. Song of Songs. And this is, of course, a love letter, right? This is like a love letter. So we are in Song of Songs, SOS 3 and 4, SOS 3 and 4. And then we're going to hop into the message with spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy and see what the word is today. Okay, so here we go. This is still Solomon, right? This is still Solomon penning this love letter. I'm thinking Solomon. I think it is anyway. He is in love, baby, him and her. So here we go. Song of Songs 3. Young woman. One night as I lay in my bed, I yearned for my lover. My heart is yearning for your love. That's my song. Keep on running. Okay, I'm back. I yearned for him, but he did not come. So I said to myself, I will get up and roam the city, searching in all its streets and squares. I will search for the one I love. So I searched everywhere, but did not find him. The watchmen stopped me as they made their rounds and asked, "Have you seen?" And I asked, "Have you seen the one I love?" Then, scarcely had I left them when I found my love. I caught and held him tightly. Then I brought him to my mother's house, into my mother's bed where I had been conceived. Not in the mama bed. Promise me, O women of Jerusalem, by the gazelles and wild deer, not to awaken love until the time is right. Young women of Jerusalem, who is this sweeping in from the wilderness like a cloud of smoke? Who is it, fragrant with myrrh and frankincense and every kind of spice? Look, it is Solomon's carriage surrounded by 60 heroic men, the best of Israel's soldiers. They are all skilled swordsmen, experienced warriors. Each wears a sword on his thigh, ready to defend the king against an attack in the night. King Solomon's carriage is built of wood imported from Lebanon. Its posts are silver, its canopy gold, its cushions are purple. It was decorated with love by the young women of Jerusalem. Young woman, come out to see King Solomon, young women of Jerusalem. He wears the crown his mother gave him on his wedding day, his most joyous day. Young man, you are beautiful, my darling, beautiful beyond words. Your eyes are like doves behind your veil. Your hair falls in waves like a flock of goats winding down the slopes of Gilead. Your teeth are as white as sheep, recently shorn and freshly washed. Your smile is flawless, each tooth matched with its twin. Your lips are like scarlet ribbon. Your mouth is inviting. Ooh. Your cheeks are like rosy pomegranates behind your veil. Your neck is as beautiful as the Tower of David, jeweled with the shields of 1,000 heroes. Your breasts are like two fawns, twin fawns of a gazelle grazing among the lilies. Before the dawn breezes blow and the night shadows flee, I will hurry to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense. You are altogether beautiful, my darling, beautiful in every way. Come with me from Lebanon, my bride. Come with me from Lebanon. Come down from Mount Amana, from the peaks of Sinir and Hermon, where the lions have their dens and leopards live among the hills. You have captured my heart, my treasure, my bride. You hold it hostage with one glance of your eyes, with a single jewel of your necklace. Your love delights me, my treasure, my bride. Your love is better than wine, your perfume more fragrant than spices. Your lips are as sweet as nectar, my bride. Honey and milk are under your tongue. Your clothes are scented like the cedars of Lebanon. You are my private garden, my treasure, my bride, a secluded spring, a hidden fountain. Your thighs shelter a paradise of pomegranates. They were getting your thighs shelter a paradise of pomegranates with rare spices, henna with nard and saffron, fragrant calamus and cinnamon, with all the trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, and every other lovely spice. You are a garden fountain, a well of fresh water streaming down from Lebanon's mountains. Come take a drink then. Young woman, awake, north wind, rise up, south wind, blow on my garden and spread its fragrance all around. Come into your garden, my love, taste its finest fruits. They almost in and said, Daddy, I'm telling Daddy, the end. Child, they were freakily. How you like it, Daddy? How you like it, Daddy? Shout out. I don't even know who sang it. Peter Pablo. Marriage. Are compliments important? Yes. A healthy marriage is full of compliments. Notice how lavishly Solomon praises his bride. While he might not use exactly the same words, we must follow Solomon's example. Compliments are a powerful expression of love. Why? Because compliments reveal that you have put another person at the center of your life long enough to notice something about them and that you appreciate what you have observed. A humbling question: which occurs more in your marriage, compliments or criticism? A crucial commitment. Will you resolve to compliment your spouse at least twice a day? Your affection doesn't have to be eloquent and poetic. It may be as simple as supper tasted great or you handled that situation really well. What's important is that you do it and recognize it. Y'all, the end. Listen, I have been in relationships, and this is, we talk about love languages, right? And I actually put that on one of the affirmation cards in the new Hydrate Your Soul affirmation deck, where it's like, do you know your love language? And one thing that I know, especially, and this is not for men or just men or for women, this is all of us. We deserve to be complimented. You should be complimenting your significant other if they do something that to intentionally make themselves look better, change their hair, wear some cologne, just anything. I don't care. Compliment your person. Everybody wants to feel that, and people can act like you don't need compliments, and the lies you tell. You're not doing things to receive compliments from other people. You do things for yourself because you want to feel good about yourself. But it feels good when somebody compliments the efforts that you've made, the things that you've done to make improvements with it for yourself. Like, that kind of stuff feels good. So if your husband or wife does something to improve themselves, and it's not because they're doing it for you, they're doing it for them, show them that you appreciate that, and make sure that if your husband or wife is doing that for you, that you're reciprocating that and giving back to them what they're giving to you, because that's only fair, y'all. That's only fair. So only do it. Let's get to it. What we gonna use today, y'all? I hadn't pulled out any new cards, so let's just go with these and see what is happening. Drop this in the chat. It's got to be big. It's got to be big. I feel like that's the title for this. It's got to be big, because that's something that the Lord gave me. Was that yesterday? It was yesterday. So I was in the shower yesterday, and I get a lot of revelation in the shower. And I was telling the Lord, some of you, let me just say this: your struggle, your journey, whatever you have had to endure, your long suffering, the fact that it was so heavy, the fact that what you have had to just keep on like persevering through, because you've had to go through it, it's got to be big. We say this all the time, but I think this message, and I know a lot of this message is going to be giving you the credit that you deserve. Y'all, my phone is not charging. Hold on. Once again, it's not charging. I think I have to get another cord, y'all, because it's just not. And I had to turn the air conditioner on and everything because my phone was not charging or needs to charge, and it's not. Yeah, my phone ain't charging. And I just so happened to look up there and see it wasn't charging. So okay, let me back up. My bad, y'all, but I gotta get my charger to work some kind of way. I hope, Lord. I might have to get another one. So I was telling the Lord, I was like, man, it's some of us that look, there go. I think I gotta get another cord. It's some of us that have been through some real struggles, right? I kind of lost my train of thought, but okay, I'm back. It's something that you've had to go through and persevere through. And there may have been times that you didn't even think you was going to make it out. But because of the fact that you you did it and are continuing to do it, what the Lord has for you is got to be big. Because there are some struggles that many of us go through that are just like, man, I can't even believe that I was able to come out on the other side of this, like really going through the fire before I move forward. Let me send y'all so much love, light, and healing energy to the people in LA. Can I just tell y'all how crazy life is? This time last year, do y'all know where I was? I was actually in Santa Monica, in the Santa Monica / Malibu area when I was in LA. I came back to San Diego in Juneteenth. Matter of fact, Juneteenth last year. But in the time that I was in LA, the places right over there, Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica area, all that area, y'all, that's literally where I was every single day. And so I was, when I first, really started paying attention to it, which was, I think, yesterday. Like, I had heard about the fire, but wasn't really thinking too much about it. And then I went on I was on the internet, y'all, and I went and I looked to see exactly, because when they said Pacific Palisades, I said, wait, what? Like, I was always over there, right off of, almost right by Montana, north of Montana. If you're familiar with the Santa Monica area, that's where I was, like, every single day, y'all. And so, and then I would go to Malibu as well. And I was so just like, oh my gosh, because that's literally where I was. Come on, higher forces. And so I'm sending so much love, light, and healing energy to the families, to everyone who is displaced. Thank you to the firefighters. Thank you to everyone who is going through this experience. I was watching something. Shout out to LA Flights. Y'all know I love planes. And so y'all go follow LA Flights. This is not a plug, but hey, Peter. I'm subscribed to this channel called LA Flights, and he oftentimes he records, or he live streams from right there. There's this little park that he's able to live stream from, and it's directly in front of LAX. And I spent a lot of time there as well, right? This is in like El Segundo. So I was busy this morning because it's actually afternoon when I'm recording this. And so I was watching it this morning, and literally on his stream, but y'all, you could just see like the sky was like, it's super dark. You could see in some shots like the fires burning in the background. Like, y'all, it is so crazy. And the fact that that's like the area where I was most of the time while I was in LA was so crazy. So again, thank you to everyone who's volunteering. Thank you to the firefighters and everyone who is helping to combat the wildfires. So much love to those who have lost their houses, have had to evacuate. You really can't even imagine, y'all, this kind of stuff, but to see it and be, and even me just grateful, like, man, God, I was just there. Like, and when I go to LA, that's one of the places that I tend to go to because I enjoy it, and it's near the beach, and that's where I go And it's like now people are really having to start over. So once again, so much love, so much light, healing energy to everyone who's going through the LA wildfires right now. People, y'all, it's crazy. Me and my daughter were talking about it. Here in Southern California, like Tony them was not playing. It doesn't rain in Southern California. It's not a joke because y'all, it's January and we typically only get maybe 2 months worth of rain. And it typically, so a lot of times starts at the end of January and then through February, and we haven't had any. And then they said this is like the worst windstorm as well. Now the Lord told me something. He said, we don't like to look at it this way, but it really is like it's gonna be like a whole, almost like a cleansing. Now, this morning, I did a message the other day, and I don't be thinking like this, y'all, because the Lord is never, he's given me things and he's told me stuff, but we kept on talking about fire. There's a message that I did the other day, and I think I even titled it something about fire. And the fire of God came up, and the Lord pointed that out to me today, where he was just like, I was telling you then, but I don't know if I can make this make sense. Like, I don't be thinking along those lines of that kind of warning. Does that make sense? But even in the message that released today, I'm recording this on the 8th. Today is January. Today is January 8th. Then I'm recording this. The message that I released today, which is, I know I titled it because I just retitled it. Don't worry about the warfare, worry about the word. It was crazy because he gave me a warning to a degree in that message as well. But when the Lord was speaking to me today, he talked to me about the fire. He was like, he was trying to tell me about the fire, but I wasn't thinking about it in that respect. So anyway, so there may be some type of, you remember there was another message I did the other day. Thank y'all. Cause there was another message that I did the other day. And I literally said, like, hey, if your intuition tells you not to do something or not to go somewhere, don't go or don't do it, because it could be saving your life. The Lord brought all of that back to me today. And I don't remember what message that was, but it happened for me personally the other day. And I listened to my intuition and just waited and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just wait, because it was like I was getting ready to do something, and then all of a sudden I just had this thought like, you shouldn't go, and I was still finna go, and then at the last second I thought it was like the Lord popped into my spirituals the message that I had given. I said, you know what, let me just wait. And so I waited, and so I don't know what could have happened, but I listened when my intuition told me to just hold off. So if the Lord is putting something in your spirituals and you feel like you shouldn't do something, don't do it. Okay. So all to do it. Let's get to it. We have higher forces as the first card that's coming out. 1216. Hey, Grandma Mary, love you. Communicating with other realms. See, I'm telling you, help from higher dimensions, divine protection. Your spirituals will be protecting you from stuff, protecting you from harm, like your spirit nymphs, your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. There are things that you can't avoid. So let's just keep it real, right? There are some things that you can't avoid. There's some things that are destined to happen, but this is also about, like, and we just said this in the like, Lord, increase my discernment and my ability to trust my intuition, so that so that you can keep from making a mistake. Or let's say you do something, but then you start feeling like, man, I don't think this is right. You listen to yourself so you can step out of something. Okay. So protection coming up. Here's that divine intervention coming up with higher forces. What's in the present position? Because child, they be telling us we have, good, with the higher forces, we have pleasure that is coming up next. It says allowing yourself to have pleasure, sexual chemistry with someone, and doing something pleasurable. Okay, now we get, y'all said it, my bad. Let's see what's in the hot. Awakening wanted to flip over. Y'all want that? Yeah, we'll take one more because that one just kind of flipped over. Realizing, understanding something, a call to higher consciousness. Courage fell out the deck. Here we go. Leo energy. Mental, moral strength to venture, withstand mental, moral strength to venture, withstand danger, difficulty, and persevere. When I just said, look, I told y'all it's got to be big. When I just was talking about like your ability to persevere through something, the Lord strengthening you, like you being courageous enough to get like come just get through something, y'all. Whatever the Lord has taken you through, whatever he's taking you through, what the reward, the blessing is got to be big. It's got to be big. What else? What's coming up in the future position? Here we go. Yeah, child, the Lord told me that we have waiting that is coming up with contracts at the bottom of the deck. And this says waiting for something or someone, delaying action and patience. I'm telling you, that's why when the Lord told me, yes, did I finish the story, y'all? I ain't even finished telling it. I did. Okay, well, let me just finish because I don't even know if I finished telling the whole story. So I was just telling the Lord, like, you ever just sit up and think about, come on, 2112. You ever just sit up and think about, come on, safety for life. How, man, the Lord done brought you through something, and you may still be waiting for the Lord to bring you out of something, right? But it's knowing that the reward for your struggle, like it's the reward for your struggle, what he has had to take you through, what you've had to experience. It's like knowing that most people wouldn't be able to persevere, but you standing strong, you just continuing to fight the good fight, just continuing to be like, man, I know God promised me something. Like, I'm just gonna keep fighting for what God promised me. I'm gonna keep fighting to do this work. It's getting ready to pay off beyond what you could even imagine. And the fact that you continue to just be resilient, the fact that you continue to just hang in there and wait upon the Lord is getting ready to bless you because of that. Like, many of you are moving from a season of lack, from a season of scarcity, from a season of, like, you may be leaving out of your daily bread season and just stepping into abundance. The Lord just blessing you. Some of you are finna get ready to start, thank you, Spirit, receiving like back-to-back blessings. Come on, back-to-back blessings. And it's simply because of your obedience and because you were willing to just keep going, just keep fighting. It's got to be big. It's got to be because you didn't have to thug it out through some stuff. Message. We have invention, great power of thinking and reasoning, creativity and great ideas, and finding the answers. Okay, so we have perspective, we have star seed, and we have futuristic at the bottom of the deck, and opening up under that. So what we gonna clarity with, y'all? Let's get some tarot. I've been feeling the need to use the regular tarot deck, so higher forces, and we'll get some more clarity cards after this as well. Clarity, I feel like God is really happy with you. I feel like God is really happy with you, really happy with, and this is coming through. I know she looked like she got all her credentials out, right? She's got, this is not the pleasure principle. Shout out Janet Jackson. Look at, she eating these grapes. She's seductive, but this feels like God is really happy with the decisions that you're making. He's really happy that you have learned what you needed to learn. So now he's able to move you forward. Now he's able to advance you. Now he's able to bless you with more. That's what I'm really getting. Queen of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles on the cut. It's like, that's what I'm feeling on this. Like, maybe for some of you, you stopped chasing what gave you pleasure and started listening to instructions and being obedient, and are actually finding finding pleasure in the instructions that you're given. Like, some of us had, part of our journey has had to be where maybe you were one that was always chasing pleasure or chasing what you thought was going to be best for you instead of following God's instructions. And then you decided to surrender and say, well, you know what, I'm gonna just let the Lord bring you some stuff in, and I'm gonna see, because you may have found out that the things that you thought were going to be very pleasurable for you or beneficial were not. And so you just decided to fall back and let the Lord lead and guide you. And now you're finding pleasure in the things that the Lord is blessing you to do. And I just feel like it's like the Lord giving you a thumbs up, like, yeah, good job. You're finally listening. And now you're finding pleasure in the instructions that you've been given. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Whoop! Judgment, second chance energy, the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are getting a new job opportunity, or either a second chance at a job opportunity that maybe you thought passed you by. Remember, we were just talking about like let's say you were chasing work, right? You could have been chasing a dream or an idea for some work that you thought you wanted to do. And now the Lord, it's like you understanding that there's more reward in the work that the Lord wants you to do. This is judgment card, judgment energy answering the call, right? There could have been a complete like destruction, transformation of your work. For some of you, this is what like answering the call, this higher forces, communicating with other realms, help from higher dimensions. The Lord could have saved you. I'm telling you, some of y'all could have decided to leave a job, and now because you decided to leave that job, you stepped into a higher calling, something for some of y'all that's going to pay you more, whereas maybe you thought that what you had was all you were going to get, and it's like the Lord getting ready to bless you with even more because you heeded the call, because you answered, because you said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do what God is asking me to do. Personal development, hard work, dedication, multiple streams of income. I'm telling y'all, some of you are getting ready, or maybe you already have, only you know this. You stepped into doing the work that you love to do. And the fact that, but this is like work that is a part of your assignment. Like this is work that the Lord said, hey, yes, I want you to do this. So some of you, this is about you actually being able to do the work that you love. And that's a blessing. When you can wake up every day and do what you love to do, it makes your job so much easier. It makes you want to get up and be like, okay, I'm gonna get my work done today. Answering the call, this is awakening as well on the judgment card. So some of you, this is like of course, a spiritual awakening, but this feels like somebody's power, like I feel an influx of power, influx of like abilities or gifts. We gonna clarity this some more and see what it is. But yeah, somebody is definitely stepping. This could be communication as well from the spirituals, divine protection, resurrection, decision making. Somebody's making much better decisions. I told you, I feel like the Lord is very happy with you. He could be increasing your gifts, your awareness. You know, the more that you spend time with the Lord, the more you ask the Lord to show you, the more that he will reveal to you. So for some of you, that he may be revealing even more. It's like, you know, the Holy Spirit, right? You receiving more wisdom, more information, more knowledge. Some of you this could be school as well. The Eight of Pentacles, working on yourself. Let's see what else is coming out. Child, making better decisions regarding your work. Let's see. King of Wands want to show up at the bottom of the deck. Some of you, I mentioned this because they told me this. Some of you are making a complete career change, right? With the Eight of Pentacles, the Courage card, the Judgment card, it's a pivot. It's some of you are getting ready to make a complete career change, like truly stepping into something that is maybe, I don't know, for some of y'all, maybe it wasn't even on your radar. You didn't even realize that this was something that you were good at, talented at down here with the Eight of Pentacles. This is also being very dedicated to your craft, very dedicated to your work, very dedicated to your calling. Let's see what else. Some of you are really just beginning to understand the work that you were put here to do. Whoop! Some of y'all getting some recognition. Come on, Six of Wands. We love it. Hey, Cherie girl. Fame, success, recognition, the spotlights, entertainment, media, star power, accomplishment. Some of y'all, I just heard, was blind, but now I see. Some of you are getting ready. It's like, be courageous, because the Lord is thrusting you into the spotlight. Whether this is your job, whether this is, look, be courageous. Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Be courageous, because the Lord is getting ready to make more people aware of you. This could be like, which I mean, like recognition, like people, some of you, like people are getting ready to know who you are. I know that's an ankh and that's a cross, but Yeah, this is that commitment to the cross. That's like committed to the cross, right? Y'all know we say that all the time. Get ready. Be courageous, because the Lord, you're going to need mental strength, you're going to need moral strength, okay? You're going to need um for where God is taking you, like you're going to need everything that you learned when you were back here. You're going to have to stay in communication with the Lord as well. Somebody's getting ready to, like, you're getting ready to be in the forefront. Maybe like a trendsetter. Be very confident. There may be a lot of people paying attention to you. Um, which I mean, for some of you, the Lord was just waiting for you to step into your confidence and really know who you are and own who you are. And now that you know who you are, He's ready to bring you forth. He's ready to bring you out. So some of you, this Leo energy down here, this could be business. This is about allowing your light to shine. Okay, what else? Look, and there go the sun card. My mama wanted to flip over, y'all. So I'm gonna keep it. Hey girl, Jesus, illumination, and look, the King of Wands was, I said, at the bottom of the deck. Faith, childlike energy, happiness, fulfillment. Okay. Be brave and very courageous. They just started talking about Joshua. So just saying, guardian angel, spirit guides, optimism, joy, children, ascension. Okay. What else? Child, this good. We gonna clarity it. Mm-hmm. Six of Wands and the Sun card. This is visibility, y'all. This is a lot of visibility. So some of you, there's increased visibility, and this doesn't have to just be. It could be very like social media, maybe on your social media platforms. This could be a job, like receiving some type of recognition for your work. It's like a job well done. Thank y'all. When I was saying like God being very happy with you, it's like a job well done is what I'm getting on this. Like for some of y'all, you getting ready to receive recognition for, again, the work that you've done on yourself. The Lord rewarding you for your perseverance. Told you it's got to be big. Maybe you've been waiting on the Lord to bless you. Maybe you've been waiting on the Lord to um give you some clarity on how you're going to move forward. I don't know, but I feel like the wait is over. I can tell you that the wait is over for somebody. Like you really getting ready to step into, like, pray it forward, caught praying it forth. I just heard praying it forth. So let's see what else. The end of delays, patience paying off. Let's see what else. Oh, we have the Two of Pentacles that's coming in. This talks about balance, juggling, overcommitted, overloaded. Didn't I just say, if you've been waiting on a blessing, like this is you've been waiting on your opportunity to shine, or maybe you've been waiting on your opportunity to like really display your gifts or your talents, or you know what I'm saying, like it feels like somebody's getting ready. Maybe you've invented something. We got the invention card here. Maybe you invented something, or you have an idea, but y'all, my left eye has been jumping all day. What that mean, y'all? What it mean when your left eye be jumping? I don't know, but my left eye been jumping all day today, so I don't know what that means. Look, the Ten of Swords wanted to fall out. Okay, I'm back. It's like you had to wait until the perfect time, or either the Lord, it's like the Lord having to wait with this waiting card here, like you having things having to be in alignment for you to be put out there. The Six of Wands and the Sun card, for people to truly see you. Or maybe some of you, it's like you've been waiting on your opportunity to shine or put yourself out there, something like that. This could be, of course, the Lord talking about, like how the Lord will keep you hidden for a season, because they're talking about who lights a lamp or a lantern and hides it under a basket or something like that. It's like, I don't even remember what the scripture is, but it's like, now is your time to shine. Now is your time to blow up. Some of you, you're getting ready to experience that after all the trials and tribulations. Nine of Wands, perseverance. After everything you've had to go through, it's like getting to the top of the mountain. Now that don't mean that you're not gonna have to climb another mountain. You will, and the next mountain that you climb is gonna be bigger than the last mountain that you climbed, that you had to climb up, because we don't stop climbing, we don't stop elevating, we don't stop advancing. We just climb one mountain and then we come down and then we go back. Then it's time to go back up because we don't ever want to stop growing. So yes, you may find that because the Lord is elevating you, is some things that you're gonna have to deal with on this next mountain that are not going to be as tough, but there are some things on this next climb that you haven't dealt with before. Message. So 1233, there are things on this next part of the journey, this next leg of the journey that you haven't experienced before, and it'll probably be those things that you find the most difficult. For some of you, this could be the visibility, right? This could be people like being out in front and being like people actually seeing you or seeing your gifts and your talents, something like that. For others of you, this could be like finally like your work being recognized, and maybe you aren't used to your work being recognized, or they just said scrutinized. So there may be people like scrutinizing your work. Look, the world card up under that, people scrutinizing five of swords, your work, okay, or having something to say about your work. So it could be something like that where you're not used to that. You're not used to people like having to explain yourself or explain your work. And let me say this, I don't feel like we have to explain ourselves, because for why? Right? Like, you don't have to explain yourself, but for some of you, that may be something that's required. Like, there may be someone taking a closer look or a closer inspection at the work that you're doing, but them wanting you to explain yourself or explain your ideas, but not because they're questioning your work. They just want to know how your gifts work, or how you came up with what you came up with, like invention, something like that. They just said pitch. So maybe some of you are going to have to pitch something. Something like that. Does that make sense? Let's see what else. Something like that, because this could be maybe somebody wants to invest in your business or use your business or hire you for something. So it's like a job interview, right? You got to sell yourself. You got to sell why you're the best candidate. You got to sell why your product or your service is the best, or something like that. But I don't feel like there's any malicious intent or anything behind it. Look, there go the Lord. I'm telling you, it's like you just having to what came off with him, 10 of Wands. It's like God putting you in the right place at the right time, in front of the right people to have the right conversations. And it's like you being put there. So don't be afraid. Hey, Shelby, message. Like, don't be afraid to sell yourself. Okay. Sell your ideas. Talk about your work. Talk about the importance of it. There are people who are not going to understand your work. There are people who are not going to understand your ideas. For some of you, futuristic, thank y'all. Like, you're ahead of your time. And so there are people who are not going to completely get what it is that God is doing in and through you, but he's doing a new thing. And so they're not going to understand what you're doing, but the division is for a future time. Okay. So understand that everybody ain't gonna get it, but it's okay for the people that don't get it, because the people who need to get it, the Lord is going to place you in front of. He's going to make sure that you have that opportunity to speak to those people, to minister to those people, to encourage, empower those people. To your product or service is going to be put in front of those people. Okay, what else? One more, and then we'll clarity this. Whoop, here we go. Dreams come true. Telling you the 7 of Cups with the 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Dreams to reality, illusions, choices, lack of clarity, dreams, daydreaming, wistful opportunity. So let's clarity it, child. Let's clarity it. What we gonna use? Yeah, I guess we feeling those. I'm feeling myself. Shut up, Beyonce. All right, let's see what we got. I know we used these the other day, but we're going to use them again because why not? Okay. For some of you, it's going to be balance. It's going to be very important. Like making a schedule for yourself, maintaining that schedule, putting yourself on the schedule. You're going to need it, because you're going to need, it's like some of you, it feels like you're going to feel like you don't have enough time. You don't feel like you're running out of time or something like that. So just be aware of that. And if you're able to create a schedule for yourself, then definitely do that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, them didn't flip right. Somebody, man, this is big. This has got to be big. Something. This is definitely in relation to somebody's dreams. Yeah. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Let's see what we got. All right, yoga, contemplation, deep breath. See, I just had to take a deep breath. Did meditate, alone time, balance. Did I just say something about balance? Balancing your time, meditation, making sure that you're taking time to receive as well. Some of you, this is where you're going to get your answers. Okay, this is where you're going to connect with Spirit and maybe that's something that some of you have done. You started to connect more and allow yourself. This is giving like Four Swords energy, right? Really giving yourself time to receive messages from God. And so you have to create some stillness for that. It's like Elijah in the cave. You got to sit back sometimes and you got to wait, because you'll know when the Lord is speaking to you. And I think that was one of the things that I had to learn. Like God ain't know, He don't speak to us in chaos, y'all. He doesn't speak to us when we're on the hustle and bustle and you got 50, 1,100 things going on around you, because a lot of times you won't hear God in chaos, because He is not a God of disorder, right? And so for some of you, that's why it's so important to make sure that you're allowing that time for God. Just give Him that time when you're in the shower. Listen when you're in the shower. You can meditate in the shower. I told y'all that's one of the times when I receive, like I be talking to the Lord. That's when He gave me the title for this message. And true story. Oh, that's where I was going with that. Okay, I'm back. So when the Lord told me the title for this, when he was like, it's got to be, He said, it's got to be big, because I was in the shower and I was talking to the Lord, and He told me, He was like, it's going to be big. So I almost wanted to get out of the shower and record a video, but I was like, He said, no, just wait, because it's going to be the message for today. And a part of the message for today. And I said, okay. So true story. I end up on the phone with my daughter last night, and she and I were talking. We just chopping it up. 11:47. She and I were just chopping it up, and we were just talking about like dreams and things that we want to accomplish, and like the desires of things that we want to happen. And so everybody's working towards something, my children included. And so we were just talking about what she got going on. Look, there go the cross. I kid y'all not. I'm gonna show it to y'all. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all the importance of this in just a second. So she and I were both talking about like just dreams. And I was telling her, I said, man, the Lord will take you through something, and it'll be the most difficult thing in your life. And other people ain't going to understand how you were able to just wait it out and be patient and wait on the Lord. And I use myself in this example, y'all. Like many people, many people, family, everybody, if I would have listened to what everybody else said, it would have taken away from me being able to do this work that God has told me to do. And many people don't understand, a lot of times people ain't going to understand the way that you move, and they're not going to understand that. And I said this in another message where it's like, y'all, I know that that's the easy way. And I know yes, that way makes more sense, but that's not what God told me. And you can't sometimes, why I feel emotional on this, you can't sometimes make people understand why God gives you a certain instruction. There have been, and I don't have any other, I don't know what else to use besides this. Like, y'all, my first answer was go to work. I need to get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. That was my whole mindset. Get a job, get a job. And every time I tried to get a job, God said no. Or it was like, no job. I don't care how I could put in 100 applications and won't get a single call back. It's like the Lord making me sit and say, you're going to wait on me. You're going to wait and allow me to do what I'm going to do. And so people it's like you can't make people understand how God, because you can't even understand how God or why God is moving the way God is moving in your life, because His ways are higher than our ways and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And so it's hard sometimes when you trying to you be trying to make people understand, and people ain't gonna understand message because you can't even understand, right? You can't even, where did I just see that word? Wisteria. Where did I see that word, y'all? Okay, I'm back. I swear I saw that word on something. Anyway, it's like you can't even understand why God has made you walk your walk the way that you have had to walk it. But you just got to trust God and not listen to what people are telling you, because you don't know why God is taking you the route that he is. So it's one of those things that happen in with awakening and with trusting God and just being willing to listen to him. Because sometimes, man, you're going to have to go up against what everybody else thinks is right for you. You're going to have to, and it can be hard because when you trust God more than you listen to people, you're going to lose some folks. Like you're going, because people are going to want you to work, to do, to live the way that they want you to live. And I ain't here to say that what that they're wrong, because I'm not saying that they're wrong, because they really just want the best for you. But it's ultimately, when you surrender to God, you got to walk the walk that God is telling you to walk. And it's not always the easiest walk. Hence, it's got to be big. There are some struggles and situations that you're going to go through that the Lord has to take you through it in that exact way, because what's coming as a result of that has got to, it's going to be big. But he had to take you, whatever he had to take you through, it's for him to a lot of times prosper you in a very specific way. And so there are people who are not going to understand, and you can't make them understand it, because 10 times out of 10 you ain't even got full understanding of why it happened just the way it did. But you just got to keep trusting God regardless. I hope that made sense. Let me back up real quick. So I looked at these two cards, right? And I looked at the cross and I mentioned it, but I didn't pick them up. But they mentioned the crosses, right? Because I think what I said was, yeah, but that's an ankh. But even on the ankh, it's a cross, right? And then because these are next to each other, and the cross. This is surrender, y'all. Like, so this is surrender, sacrifice, releasing, letting go, trusting God, moving according to God's plan and not man's plan, uplifting, freedom, ascension. There's a lot of ascension coming in through this. Some of you, it's like this is your time to rise up. I'm telling somebody that there's something, it's like you just being willing to stay committed to whatever you've had to sacrifice. Man, listen, you getting ready to see the results from it. Answering the call, that's what we have back here on this judgment card, as well as this higher forces. Like, man, really just answering the call and just trusting God. He finna show out in your life. And I'm so grateful. I'm happy for whoever this message is for. And I receive this for myself. I receive it, Lord. Drop that in the chat. Show out in my life, Lord. Like, show out in my life, because many of us have been through situations and you've had to wait and you've had to be patient. Look, the shooting star, you've had to believe beyond believing. You've had to have faith of a thousand, a million mustard seeds. Okay. And now it's like you finally it's like you're getting ready to, they just said a domino effect. So it's like you're getting ready to start seeing a domino effect of why you keeping the faith, why you standing strong, why God told you to move in a very specific way. Quick action, wish granted, luck, incandescent, dazzled. Which part? When y'all was talking about, okay, let me mention this to somebody real quick. So a lot of the Lord is going to send destiny helpers into your life. This is a true story. He is going to send people into your life who are meant to be a blessing in your life in some way, whatever way that the Lord, like, he gives them instruction how they're going to come into your life. But I also need to make this very, very clear. Okay. How do I say that, y'all? Because the Lord told me this yesterday. Don't expect for someone to come in and do more than what you're willing to do yourself. Does that make sense? The Lord is going to send people into your life. He's going to send destiny helpers. He's going to send the right people at the right time. But yesterday, the Lord was telling me, it's like you have to be willing to say, you know what? I want help. I want, I want people to come in and help, but you got to be willing to do it by yourself, because then the Lord, without expecting to have other people with you. Does that make sense? I hope I said that right. Because yes, we want people to help, and the Lord is going to send the right people at the right time. But this is about you also saying, you know what? It's like I want people to help me, but even if I don't have any help, I'm going to do it anyway. Drop that in the chat. I'm going to do it anyway, because I feel like for many of us, we want people to come in and assist, but it don't expect people to come in and to assist. But the Lord is going to send people to come in to assist. Does that make sense? He's going to send people to come in and bless you, but don't expect don't expect the people that you know all the time to come in and be a blessing to you, because you might be disappointed or you might be discouraged if they don't. But the Lord is still going to send the right people in. But be willing to go alone, but know that God is going to send people so that you don't have to. But there may be seasons where you have to go solo dolo, and then you may have to do some things by yourself, and then the Lord will send people. One of the things that I know is many of you, what the Lord will do, and this is even in my own life, one of the things that the Lord has had to convict me about is not, because ain't nobody finna get God's credit. Drop that in the chat. Ain't nobody finna get God's credit. Ain't nobody finna get God's credit for what you've built, what he's allowed you to build. What it's like for many of us, and me, one of the things that he's had to convict me about is giving people credit when they don't deserve it. The Lord be like, he was like, wait a minute. It's cool for people to help you, but it's like you giving other people more credit for your success, your perseverance, your resilience, your hard work than you giving to yourself. Does that make sense? And so sometimes the Lord will make you, because I can't take nothing from God, because everything that has happened for me has been God, right? In all of us. But it's like giving other people more credit than I'm willing to give myself. But them other folks ain't the one that had to persevere through these trials and tribulations and through this fire. Yes, they come in and they help and they're a resource, but why give them more credit than what they deserve? Does that make sense? It's like you want, like, they gonna help you, but don't take credit away from yourself, because there were things that you went through and that you experienced before the people come in that God is blessing to come into your life. So just give yourself credit where credit is due. Give, true story, give God the glory, and don't give, it's like putting people on a pedestal, if that makes sense. Like, don't elevate someone. I heard this and okay, thank y'all. That makes sense. It's like, I don't even remember who said it. I think I saw it on Instagram, and somebody was like, they met with somebody. I can't remember. It may have been Pharrell, but I don't remember who the person was I don't remember who she was. And she was saying something like she met with Pharrell, and Pharrell was telling her he was looking at her as a star, but she was looking up at him instead of looking at him as an equal. And I think a lot of us go through that experience. Like, there are people who inspire us, but we shouldn't be elevating people above. Look, stars, we shouldn't be elevating people above us, because at the end of the day, we're all just God's children, right? We just out here God's children. But it's like we have a culture of elevating people above ourselves. Yes, there are people who know more than us. There are people who've already created their success, but that doesn't mean that you should put them above you. Makes sense? Okay. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. And this is coming in on this dreams to reality card as well. Yes, some of you, like, if you're destined to be a star, the Lord may be stepping you into that energy of like stepping message. Hey, Sandy. Like, I won't be shaken, period. Drop that in the chat. I won't be shaken. It's like the Lord stepping you into this energy of truly becoming the star. Y'all, I just started picking the cards up and everything, and I don't even think I wouldn't. My bad, y'all. I hadn't started picking the cards up. passionate, enterprising, brilliant. Didn't I say something about somebody's time? It's your time to shine. I feel like that's coming through. So yes, we applaud everyone, like everybody's success, because just like they got it, you can get it too. You gonna get it too. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna get it too. I'm gonna get mine. But this is about, like, make sure, like, as the Lord is elevating you, look, affluence in the yacht card, not elevating people above who you are. Like, no, you're just as brilliant. Know that you shine just as brightly. Don't diminish yourself. Don't diminish your light for the sake of someone else. Luxury, mobility. I'm telling you right now, you're leaving this season. You're leaving this season right here. This robbing Peter to pay Paul. You leaving this season, you better claim that. Self-indulgent, prosperity, comfort, wealth. Some of you, looks like you're leaving the struggle. You're leaving your season of struggle. Come on, God, you're leaving your season of struggle and stepping into your season of success. And this is like happiness. This is joy. This is prosperity. And this is because of your hard work and your dedication and your discipline and your courage, the courage to keep on moving forward, to keep on persevering, to keep on putting in the work. Like, the Lord is coming. It's like you waiting and waiting. Like, okay, those that wait upon the Lord, waiting, continuing to show up, continuing to do the work. And it just feels like, for whoever this part of the message is for, it's your time. Message. Come on, mail. Some of y'all might be getting some unexpected mail. Okay, wait a minute. No, child. That's a whole. Oh no, today's the 8th, ain't it? I don't know what's going on with the U.S. Postal Service, but anyway, some kind of notification. Some of y'all might be getting something in the mail, so check your mail. Okay, come on, unexpected checks. We receive it. I don't have a mailbox, but I'm just saying. Okay, you might be receiving something unexpected in the mail, so check your mail. Okay, look. So says Padre God. Woo. Okay, what else? Going on a new adventure. I'm telling you, somebody's star is on the rise. Like, you could be a rising star. I don't know. What else? I said something about blowing up the kerosene. Look, the thunderstorm. And I just saw the kerosene as well. Yeah, I said that on something. It's like, I don't know. The Lord is bringing you out of the shadows. He's bringing you into the light, like visibility. Okay, so just be ready for that. Ballet shoes, stamina, endurance. Told y'all. Poise and grace, tread lightly, effort required, honing a skill. Didn't I say somebody working on, like, your skills? Some of you may be going back to school, or just, you could be doing something just to perfect your skill, perfect your craft, something like that. So staying positive as well. What answers coming? There's some clarity about what? Fulfillment. Staying optimistic, staying positive, continuing to believe in your dreams. This is yeah. It's got to be big. It's got to be big. That's all I got, for real. It's got to be big. So you can just be prepared for it. Because if the Lord took you through it, if you took you to it, He gonna take you through it. And whatever He has, and that's all that I got for this message. Whatever He has, it's big. And this ain't everybody, and it could be, but I will see this for you and me. It's got to be big, because you've had to persevere through something. This is a message that the Lord is literally saying, good job. Good job. Like, Him just giving you acknowledgement of, He saw your struggle. He saw your sacrifice. He sees your commitment. He knows that you've stayed dedicated. Even if you felt like you were going in circles, like, the Lord, He's commending. This feels like Him just saying, good job, my faithful servant, or something. They keep saying something about my faithful servant. So, it's just like you getting this after. This is a confirmation. This is somebody, the Lord letting somebody know, like, hey, I see everything that you went through, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you continue to persevere. I'm proud that you didn't give up. I'm proud that even when it got difficult, you kept on fighting. You keep on getting up. Oh, that feels like the next message. You keep on getting up no matter what has been thrown at you, because it hasn't been easy to continue to walk this walk. You keep on getting up. You keep on staying committed, and you're not giving up. And it's your faith. It's those things where it's you strengthening your faith and standing on your faith, right? That will allow the Lord, because you didn't stop believing. That's just it. You ain't stop believing. Okay. That's all I got. Gosh, chessboard. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose on purpose. Make sure you go shop with me, touchegermaine.com. Get some spirit and glam in your spirituals. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Okay, I love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.